Well, so 2021, we're going to do questions 1, 6 and 8 here. So a TV costs €380 before VAT is added on. Find the cost of the TV after VAT. So once we add on the VAT, the price is going to get bigger. So what we've got to do is find the percentage of VAT. So 380, multiply that by the 21% or 0.21 in your calculator. When you do that, you get 79.80. And that's the VAT. And to work out the price after it's been added on, you just add it on. So 380 plus the VAT, and you get 459.80. Next thing, when VAT is included. Now, once the VAT's included, it's a different story. It gets more difficult. So when you add on the VAT, you've got a different way of approaching things. The price increases by, so it's not saying the price of the laptop is €130.20. The price increases by €130.20. So what that represents is the 21%. So the 21% represents the €130.20. What do we always go back to? We find 1%. How do you find 1%? €130.20, divide that by 21. And then find the total cost of the laptop, including VAT. So you've got two ways you could do this. You can find 100%, then add on the VAT, or you can find 121%. So €130.20 over 21. You could work that out if you wish. Times that by 121. And you put that in your calculator. You get €750.20. Seems a bit more reasonable for the price of a laptop. Next one. Printer's priced at €29 or €290.40, including VAT once again. So once we see that including VAT, we know things are getting a bit more difficult. Find how much VAT is included in the price of this printer. So it's priced at, so the total price, total plus the VAT, is that €290.40. So 121% is equal to €290.40. We've got to find how much VAT is included. So what do we always go back to? We'll find 1% first of all, and then we'll figure it out. What are we finding? Find how much VAT is included. So once again, we could find the original price, which is 100%. Could be our go-to. Then subtract the two numbers, and that'll give me the VAT. Or alternatively, just find your 21%. So €290.40 over 121, times that by 21. The reverse of what we did above it actually is €50.40. Next thing, on Saturday, the standard rate of VAT was reduced from 23 to 21%, so it's gone down to 21%. The company bought 30 computers in September, all at the same price. The company calculated that it saved €336 due to the reduction in VAT rate. Find the price of one computer. Now, there's a lot going on in that, but I'm going to break it up. All what's going through my head is the 30 computers saved them €336. So naturally, I'm inclined to think, what does one computer save them? So 336, divide that by 30, probably work out nice. And you get 1120. So one computer saves them that. So the VAT, let's see, the company bought 30 computers all at the same price. The company calculated saved due to the reduction in VAT price. Find the price of one computer before VAT. So the original price is always 100%. So each computer, they saved 1120 due to the reduction in VAT. And that reduction in VAT is 2%. Went from 23% to 21%. So 2% is equal to 1120. Go back and find one. 1120, divide that by 2. And then to find the original price, it's 100%. You do that, you get €560. Now, I'll go through the other questions. I have question 2 done, I have question 3 done on the computer, I have question 4 done. Now we're on to question 6. 5 done. We're on 6, patterns and sequences. So we'll have all the short questions done then. The first 3 terms of an arithmetic sequence. Now once I see it's an arithmetic or a linear sequence, I know it's got the same first difference. So numbers like 1, 4, 7, 10, where I'm adding on 3 each time, something like that. That's a linear sequence. Find k, and hence or otherwise show that the common difference is 3. So what I could do to find k, I could work out the difference between -5 to 1. Different ways you can do this. How to go from -5 to 1? I add on 6. So if 6 goes up 2, then the difference in 1 is going to be 3. So that's showing my common difference there is +3. And then my k is going to be -5 plus 3, which is -2. Find T10, the 10th term. Now I could use the Tn formula, work out my n and my d. But since it's only asked me for the 10th term, it'll be as quick writing out all the terms. -5, -2, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is. And even if you wrote down more, just count them up then. For which term in the sequence has a value of 247? So you could keep writing them out until you get 247. Take you a brief bit of time. So what I would recommend doing, you've got 2 formulas, work out your Tn formula. And your formula there is Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1d. Now a stands for your first term. My first term there is -5. D is your common difference, which is 3 or +3. Throw it in there. Multiply it out. And I could have done this in the part above it. I could have done it up here as well. And tidy it up. You get 3n minus 8. Now a way I could check if I was right, sub in t of 10. Just for my own self. 3 times 10 minus 8. 30 minus 8 gives you 22, which is what I got up there. Now here it says, which term has a value of 247? So if I subbed in 247, that'll give me the 247th term. They haven't asked me that. They've asked me what value of n, what term number do I get 247? So if I don't sub it in, I let it equal. So 3n minus 8 is equal to 247. It's just your linear equation now. 3n is equal to 247 plus 8. 3n is equal to, what's that, 255. N is 255 over 3. N is equal to 85. And then the last bit in this, the first 3 terms of a different arithmetic sequence. Now, once I say it's an arithmetic, same first difference, that's what it's showing me. Difference of +5. Find S50, the sum of the first 50 terms. Now, I could add up. I could write down all the first 50 terms and then add them up. So like S of 2 there would be 13. S of 3 would be 9 plus 4 plus 14. What's that? 27. It'll take you a long time. So there is a formula. Your second formula is when you see the word total or when they give you that thing S. Sn, n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. A is my first term, once again, which is 4. D is my common difference, which is 5. Throw it in. 2 times a, just to save a wee bit of work. 2 times 4 gives me 8, plus n minus 1 times d, which is 5. Tidy that up. 8 plus 5n minus 5. Tidy her up even further. Now try and keep it in the box. I know I'm all over the place. 3 plus 5n. Now you could leave it like that. Sub in your 50. I generally push it that one step further. And just multiply my fractions. Top by top. Bottom by bottom. Give me 3n plus 5n squared over 2. So that's my general thing. So I can work out. Again, if I worked out S of 2, sub in. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 5 times 2 squared over 2. What's that? 6 plus 2 squared is 4. 20 over 2. 26 over 2, 13, as I said up there. So we know we're right. So to work out S of 50, sub in your 50. When you do that in your calculator, you get 6,325. Now, will I do one more? What's the time? Go on, I'll do one more. So not 7, not 8. I think I might have done that one. We'll do 9, the other patterns one. So the first 3 patterns in a sequence containing dots and crosses are shown. Draw the 4th pattern. So pattern 4, see I'm adding on a circle each time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 cross, 2 crosses down, 3 crosses down. This will be 4 crosses down. Next thing, find a formula for the number of dots in pattern N. So you've got to see here number of dots. So dots, I'm going from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So it is a linear sequence, an arithmetic sequence. We've got the same first difference. So A is equal to 1. D is equal to 1. Throw it into my formula. A plus N minus 1D. Now some of you might be able to figure that out without the formula, but I wouldn't force it. N minus 1 times 1. Multiply that out. 1 plus 1n minus 1. Tn is equal to 1n. Now we know that's right. You see there the 4th term has 4 dots. The 3rd term has 3 dots. So on. Has 3rd dots. Let me hear the like that. Find the total number of dots in the 20th pattern. Now once I say total, it's that other thing. It's Sn. So Sn, n over 2. 2a plus n minus 1d. A is my first term, which is 1. D is 1. Throw it in. So 2 times 1 is 2. Again, just save myself a wee bit of work. N minus 1 times 1. 2 plus 1n minus 1. Tidy that up. 1 plus 1n. 1 plus n. Now, again, I'm going to force myself just to multiply it together. You don't have to, that's right. And it gives you n plus n squared over 2. And to work out S of 20, so I could add up the first 20 terms. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Actually, probably would be quicker. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 all the way up to 20. Probably is quicker. Sub in your 20 there. And when you do that, you get 210. 210. Next one. Table below shows the number of crosses for the first n terms. Complete the table, hence find the formula. So the number of crosses, here we have 1, and here we got 4, here we have 9, here we have 16. Now once you see them numbers, alarm bells should be ringing. 1, 4, 9, 16. These are all squared numbers. So draw out the 5th one if you needed to. You get 25 and 36. So once you see them numbers, that's squared numbers. So the number of patterns is n squared. Find the number of crosses in the 12th pattern of the sequence. So instead of n squared, it'll be 12 squared, which is 144. And then find the number of shapes in the 10th pattern. So the number of dots plus the number of crosses. Now we worked out the formula for the number of dots. So it's the number of dots plus the number of crosses. The formula for the number of dots we said there was 1n. Number of crosses is n squared. And for the 10th pattern, it's 1 times 10 plus 10 squared is equal to 10 squared is 100, 110. And you could have worked that out just picturing it in your feet, your face or whatever, your head. Picturing your face. Draw out your 10 dots. Draw out your crosses below it. And you'll get that. Final bit of it. The first 2 patterns in the sequence of crosses shown below. The big thing there is the numbers. I'm thinking there it's 1 and 3. Mightn't use it. Number of crosses given by Tn. The general term can be written in this. Now we can see there it's going to be a quadratic one. This is an n squared. Use substitution to write T1 in terms of B and C. Now, once T1 means term 1. So term 1 has 1. Term 2 has 3. So what that means is when I sub 1 in for my n, I get 1. Or when I sub 2 in for my n, I get 3. So that can be confusing. So, you're replacing the n, as we see here, Tn, it's with T1. I'm replacing that n with the small 1. So here I've got 1 squared over 2 plus b times 1 plus c is equal to 1. Tidy that up and get a half plus b plus c is equal to 1. And if you tidy that up further, bring that across and change the sign. B plus c, 1 minus a half is a half. Do the same now. Term 2. The 2 has gone in for the n up here. So you've got 2 squared over 2 plus b times 2 plus c, and that's equal to 3. Tidy her up. 2 squared is 4. 4 over 2 is 2. Plus 2b plus c is equal to 3. 2b plus c is equal to 3 minus 2 is 1. Hence, or otherwise, find the value of b and c. So I've got now my two simultaneous equations. B plus c is equal to a half. You can write that as 0.5 if you wish. And 2b plus c is equal to minus 1. Or plus 1, sorry. I was getting ahead of myself. So now, same number of c's, different sign. So maybe multiply that there 1 by minus 1. That's where that was in my head. So I get minus b minus c is equal to minus a half. 2b plus c is equal to 1. There you go. Minus b plus 2b is 1b. Minus a half plus 1 is a half. So b is equal to a half. Work out c. Fill it up there. A half plus c is equal to a half. C is equal to a half minus a half. C is equal to 0. And then that's it. Had to pause there because someone came into the room and I felt pretty awkward chatting to a computer screen.